She just wants to take the child out for a nucleic acid test. Unexpectedly, it almost killed the entire family. Just as the woman started the car, a countdown appears on the screen. A woman's face is dignified. Years of professional experience tell her, "I'm in big trouble." The woman immediately asked her husband to inspect the surroundings. 2 anti-tank mines were found under the chassis. The woman also discovered the sensing trigger device in the driver's seat. That is to say, violent vibrations, weight reduction, even opening the car door and rolling the car window can cause an explosion. Of course, the same goes for the end of the countdown. Women realize the seriousness of the problem, immediately instruct the children in the back seat not to move around. My husband picked up the phone and wanted to report the incident to the police, but she was stopped by a woman. Because the police organized bomb disposal, experts rushed over. It will take 20 minutes at the fastest. They can't afford to wait at all, so the woman called her colleagues in her explosive disposal company. Colleagues quickly arrived at the scene with curly hair, take out professional equipment and start detection. I didn't expect to use an endoscope to detect the detonating module. Unexpectedly discovered his own company's wiring device. The husband of a woman with curly hair belongs to the same security company. The company mainly engages in overseas explosive disposal business. My husband quickly called the company owner. I hoped to ask for some clues. Who knew that the ringtone came from the trunk? Son flipped down the backrest of the seat. The boss was also locked in the car, confused and completely unaware of what happened. At this point, colleague Anna also rushed over. They don't have time to think too much. The countdown device must be removed first. Buying more time for bomb disposal, Anna scanned the countdown module. However, the 4 lines of red, yellow, blue and green in the device caused disagreements among the 3 people. Curly hair believes that should cut the yellow line. Women insist on cutting the blue thread. There's not enough time left for them to argue, so the woman reluctantly agreed to cut the yellow thread. Directly dispatched the explosive disposal robot, carefully aligned the scissors with the yellow line. The countdown did not stop, and I saw myself making a mistake in judgment. Curly hair recklessly crawled into the bottom of the car, planned to manually cut the blue line. Critical moment, but his hands kept shaking. It's a stress trauma left by previous work. Anna saw the situation. Hurry up and come over. The countdown has finally stopped, but the remaining gravity-sensing devices are the most difficult to handle. Woman, going out with a pair of children. 1 engine car, but I found the bomb installed in the car. He called his colleagues for help. Finally, the countdown was paused without any danger, but the remaining gravity-sensing devices are the most difficult to handle. Just as they were discussing how to dismantle the bomb, the police rushed to the scene upon hearing the news. There are already professional bomb disposal experts. They each perform their respective duties. The female police chief takes people to evacuate personnel and investigate the perpetrators of the incident. The company owner speculates this incident is related to the previous Ukrainian mission, so the secret mission of dismantling landmines around the Ukrainian theater of war. The local government says, to ensure the safety of the people, hire their company for mine clearance, to prevent landmine residues. The female director has left a batch of equipment for them to carry out their tasks, which is the woman and the curly-haired female police chief. Hear the boss words. Immediately investigate this incident. The bomb disposal team also started to keep busy. The next step is to remove the induction trigger device. Can be installed in the car. They dare not even roll down the car window. Women don't have tools to operate at all. At this moment, his daughter handed him his scissors and compass. Women rely on professional skills. Seriously short-circuit the sensing device. Next, we need to power off and strike the car's battery. Professional equipment for curling frames. The closed door was successfully opened. Anna got under the car. Use airbags to punch the fuse next to the mine. The instrument displays an increase of about 90 pounds in elastic space. This means that one child's weight can be reduced in the car, but another thorny issue comes with it. Save my son or my daughter. Women cannot make decisions alone. Can only dial my husband's phone number. The parents' decision made their son angry. But what can women do now? Curly picked up the little girl from the car. Anna is keeping an eye on the pressure data. It's okay. Everything goes smoothly. After analyzing the vehicle's load-bearing capacity, Curly hair is prepared to load heavy objects simultaneously at the bottom of the front and rear of the vehicle. At the moment when people leave the car, quickly replace their weight with heavy objects, but the speed must be fast. Meanwhile, the police investigation has yielded results. Those guys who hired their company to dismantle bombs, it's a local extremist armed group. They're not trying to protect the people at all, but rather focused on the oil mines under that area, the landmines in that area. Actually, it's to protect the people, not invaded by armed groups. The company was unable to investigate thoroughly. Instead, it caused the people in the area to be brutally murdered. Armed groups are trying to cover up their crimes. That's when we're ready to kill people and silence them. That's why today's event happened. The hearts of everyone were filled with remorse, but things have already happened. The most important thing now is to get off the car and have the people curling up at the bottom of the front of the car ready to hang heavy objects. The company hired Anna to operate with a crane. Brush. Ah. Critical moment. The boy hesitated in the car. This almost caused the mine to detonate due to excessive pressure. Fortunately, the curly hair timely supported the chassis of the car with its hands. The boss repeatedly persuaded. Boys, don't be foolish. It was not easy to coax people down. But he missed the best time. The weight at the front of the car suddenly fell off. Curly hair can only press down on the front of the car with its own weight. He shouted loudly, "Let the woman and Anna leave. There's no need to bury more people." Anna pulled the woman away gradually.